Hello once again. I'm the Cinema Fanatic, and it has been a while since I've uploaded. Well, I'm back, and with me I have another Andy Milligan film. Jeez, I'm like a broken record these days. I keep going back to Andy Milligan. Well, to be fair, he is an interesting director, and this time around I probably have with me one of his more interesting films. This also makes a first for this show, as I am technically reviewing a lost film, as it was unfinished and remained unreleased for several years. And that film is House of Seven Bells. House of Seven Bells is a 1979 murder mystery that follows a group of sisters who all live in the same house that was left to them by their dead father. Everyone in town hates the sisters and speak badly about them behind their backs. People who work for them steal their silver. A mentally unstable man assaults the mentally unstable younger sister of the group, and a railroad company is trying to buy the sisters' property for less than it is worth. Eventually, murders start occurring, and they happen to every person who has hurt the sisters. Like many of Milligan's films, it has numerous bizarre and offbeat things going on. An unstable family environment, perverse goings-on, goofy characters, a mentally handicapped person being whipped, and the eldest sister constantly talking to the corpse of their father, as well as a local voodoo priestess. Speaking of voodoo, one of the murders utilizes voodoo, and it is glorious. Because this is an unfinished movie, we get to see things that would normally be cut from Andy's films. Usually the gore. Here we see the gore in all of its glory, as well as why it might have been cut the film. Mainly due to the fact that you can see how fake some of the effects look. Holy shit, they killed Howdy Doody! While the sets, lighting, and acting are acceptable, certain aspects of the film still have Andy's problematic elements. Parts of the script could easily have been removed. We have a scene where two Union officers thank the sisters for letting them stay, and then they are never brought up again. This is probably used to show why the town hates this family, but with all the dialogue telling us that, it makes this scene pointless. It's also obvious that not a lot of money was spent on makeup, as we see in this acid attack scene. Or in this scene where that is obviously a fake horse. The pacing is also problematic as very little horror happens in the film. The first death scene happens 12 minutes in, and we don't get another death until 54 minutes in. Not that the film is a huge bore fest, we do get other things that keep our attention, such as this operation scene, some comedic scenes, and of course the surreal aspects of Milligan's script. But it can be a drag for those not familiar with Milligan's work. The reason the film was never completed is because Andy ran out of money. According to Milligan, the majority of the film is there, but the ending was left unshot, so we never find out who the killer is. The script also ends at the exact same spot, so this will be one of the mysteries of the universe that will never be answered. However, we can always guess as to who the killer might be, as this film does end on a rather damning note. But who's to say? So do I recommend this film? Kind of. I especially recommend it to Milligan aficionados, but for others, I'd say it's an interesting curiosity that might be of interest. I'm the Cinema Fanatic. I will see you next time.